Bro, how am I even supposed to beat it? Okay, we are doing okay right now. Everything is fine, everything is completely fine, we're doing really good. Okay, we can take a quick break here. We have no other option, we just have to jump. Pain. What is pain? Pain is a distressing feeling often caused.
Boring!
Pain is a CDDA challenge. For those who don't know, CDDA is considered to be one of the hardest scenarios in Project Zomboid. Now, as you may know, I am not good at surviving. Combine that with CDDA and Build 42, disaster. If you could share any wisdom about how to play CDDA in Build 42, I would really appreciate it because I had no idea what I was doing. First of all, I may be paranoid, but CDDA changed. For example, when I watched others play it in Build 41, there weren't as many zombies and the zombies were kind of passive. You could say they were nearby, but not that aggressive. In Build 42, zombies beeline right towards your house as soon as the game starts, and that basically leaves you with no time. Option 1. You could spend a little more time in the house, for example bandaging or removing glass. However, you'll be lucky to even finish bandaging because zombies are most likely already in your house, and I'm speaking from experience. But also, you can't single out a zombie because they're all hoarded. Consequently, no kiting because you'll bleed to death from foot scratches. Try to run to the forest. That's where I had the most luck. You might have a chance to single out a zombie or two since they're attracted to a house but not your character. However, because of your sneezing and combat changes in Build 42, they basically make you into a walking alarm. Personally, I would barely have any time to get the clothes on and bandage myself because killing a single zombie would attract others near the burning house. So today, I'm gonna show you my best runs in CDDA, though don't expect them to last long. One of my ideas was to go to the farmhouse and settle there for the time being. So I spawned and I noticed that the bathroom was still intact. There I managed to find a weapon and I also found a bandage. However, climbing a window with a large piece of glass in your special place is not the best idea. On the second try, I managed to climb through, only to realize that my weapon was still in the house. I tried taking on a few zombies, but I realized that I was getting swarmed, so I ran towards the woods. Well, technically, I would consider it limping, not running. Once I was relatively safe, I decided to remove the glass. But I also got kind of lucky because a crawler was the only zombie that followed me. That meant that I could finally get some rags and some shoes so I don't get my feet scratched, but it was kinda too late. So quickly making rags and bandaging myself, I started moving towards the farm. The farm has animals and it also has a good house to live in. And from my last playthrough on Winter is Coming, there weren't as many zombies there. So finally I reached the field near the farm. However, because of my coughing, it all backfired on me.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing in my house?
Because as soon as I got out of the field, I saw that tons of zombies were coming towards me. I tried to fight them off, but there were just too many of them. With hypothermia settling in, I was getting slower and slower, and I need to get somewhere safe and warm fast. Then I quickly started to realize that I'm completely surrounded. I have nowhere to go. Go back to the burnt house is not an option. Farmer is not an option. I either fight or die. And well, I died. My other idea was to go to the outskirts of Muldra, to those warehouses, because I hoped that the zombies were massed in the center of Muldra, but not like the outskirts. This time, the spawn was just a little bit worse. I have managed to walk through fire and not get burnt. Then again, I quickly decided to remove the glass, and at the time I was kind of hoping that the zombies would hear me cough, at least one zombie, so I can kill them and get some clothes. And I did get very lucky because one zombie actually did hear me. It was an easy kill. I got his clothes and made rags to bandage myself. And then I proceeded with my plan, walking towards the outskirts. The forest was empty, as I expected it to be, because, well, why would there be hordes of zombies in the middle of nowhere? And so I meet one zombie and I'm like, okay, great, I can have some more clothes for rags and just put on myself. And as I'm dressing myself up, one more zombie came towards me. Another one from my right. And at first I looked like, yeah, I can deal with this. But then... One thing that I actually learned from CDDA is that if you're limping and you're limping away from the zombie, there's no chance they can bite you. They just can't reach you. And so just like that, I was walking through the forest, maybe hoping to lose a few in the woods, but ultimately the only choice was to go to the building. Finally, I reached the road, which was a good sign. But my assumptions failed because the outskirts still had a lot of zombies. So I tried to dodge every zombie that was coming at me and get into the building. I was literally milliseconds from dying. There I tried to loot a house for food and supplies. However, there wasn't any. It was pretty much empty. However, there are like 50 zombies knocking on my door, so I didn't have much time left. I was a little too slow and zombies were knocking on my door and I was isolated. And I didn't have time to create a rope, so the only option was to jump. Yes, I suck. Next run, I decided to go to the wooden cabins near the farm, because again, in winter is coming mode, it was completely empty, so there were no zombies, so I hoped to stay a night there to recover. So as usual, we run to the forest, trying to bait 1 or 2 zombies to get some clothes. We managed to successfully pull this off, bandaged ourselves, and we actually managed to dress well, so the run was going great so far. So I moved on with my plan. I started moving towards the wooden cabins. And yet again, everything seemed peaceful. The forest was clean, no zombies, I wasn't getting chased or anything. And then as I was nearing the wooden cabins, the zombies started coming out of the woods as if I was ambushed. So I began fighting them. However, I did get bit here. And to be honest, now that I'm looking at it, I would call this a skill issue because this could have been easily prevented. But I hope you can forgive me because I spent more time editing this game than actually playing this game. But I promise you, next time I'll deliver you some cool story on CDDA. Hey, as you can see, I tried new stuff with editing, added more effects and stuff. Please tell me if you liked it. I would gladly do it more. And if you're still listening, I appreciate that you watched till the end. That really helps out the channel. And again, thanks for watching until the end. Until next time.